Let's go, boss up, baby. And this the one y'all been waiting for. Also, got all my courier people that's been following me for the past 2 years. When bossed up, see me start my medical courier business, buy a cargo van, finding all these apps, these gig apps. I've been finding you guys working in different states, different companies, but now we're on the government contracted in 2024, and this is the video you've been looking for of how to get started with government contracting using your car, find these government contracts for couriers. So this is specifically a video about government contracting for courier work. We want to get into it. Well, first of course, we have to have everything set up in this business. We bossing up. This is not no part-time gig. This is not nothing you do on the side like gig work. You got to have all your paperwork and everything in order. So we want to make sure we do that right now. So first of all, you guys probably watching the previous video I've done. I've talked about going to sam.gov and registering on that website. We're going to use sam.gov to actually find these courier contracts. So if you're not signed up with sam.gov, I'm going to leave a link to that video, how to get signed up right there. Or you can just look online, Google. There's plenty other YouTubers who've done videos about sign up with sam.gov. Just make sure you got your LLC, your EIN number, your business is officially registered with the state. Then you can go on and get that signed up, link right there or down in the description. But let's talk about how to get these courier contracts for the people that's already signed up on sam.gov. Or you can come back and watch this once you do that. So let's go ahead and hop on in. And now we're on the NAS Code website. Whenever you guys started your business, started your courier company, you would have started your business in the state, and the state would have gave you a NAS code, or you may have to put in a NAS code, North American, industrial commercial serial number type deal. That's not the acronym, but every business does need a NAS code, and the NAS code for the courier business is what we're going to find today. So once you come to this website, nas.com, you're going to go to NAS Code Search, and we're going to find the code search for courier business. It's going to make it a lot easier, a lot quicker. And then using broad words like contractor or courier driver or delivery driver, a lot of these government entities file the jobs or the bids or the contract that they need up under these NAS codes. So we're going to come here. I'm already done this, so he's going to type in courier. Real simple, courier. Hit search. And it's going to give you all the possible NAS codes for courier work. You want to go ahead and write this down. The courier or the NAS code for courier and express delivery is 492110. 492110. 492110. All right, so you can see what it is. It's a local letter and parcel delivery services as part as the intercity courier network. And then you got air cargo, bike couriers. If you kind of up in New York City or in the city, they do have bike couriers in Atlanta. You can do that as well. And then they got more air carriers, but the most of you guys would be this 492110. You can come here, write that down, make sure you have that saved. All right. And you can use this for all the other company codes. So if you're doing like janitorial work, you can go search and it'll find the janitorial service codes as well. And there's a lot of government contracting janitorial work. So those are the two, but we want courier right now. So we're going to go back to the courier one, which is 49211. Now, here we are on sam.gov. Sam.gov, like I said, if you guys are not registered, I did a video on how to sign up with this site. It's not hard. It's a little detailed. You do have to have your business formally filed with the state and do have a business bank account. Get all that stuff set up. They want to pay you, so make sure you have your business bank account and your autos and corporation with the state, your EIN number with the IRS. Make sure you have all that stuff already. And then you're going to come to search, or you can just come right here to contract opportunities. Always go to search once you get logged in. And then this is very important. So for all domains, you want contract opportunities. Like I said, they got entity information, assistance listing, a bunch of stuff that I really don't know, really don't care about because it's not pertaining to money in my pocket. So we're going to go to contract opportunities. We're trying to win those. And then, like I said, you can type in any word, all words, exact phrases. We're going to type in a courier, or since we already know the NAS code for courier, we're just going to type that in. What is it? 492110. 492110. So we're going to type the number because that's going to bring up more detailed information around that NAS code. You can also do it by state. So we can do place. We can type in state of Georgia, zip code, the country. You can type in the date. So if you know you're not ready to actually get a contract, you getting stuff set up, or you want to see what's out there maybe 2-3 months down the line once you get all your paperwork back, you can do all that stuff. But for now, we're just gonna leave everything blank. Just keep it broad. On that end, the only thing we're gonna have listed is the code here, which disappeared. I'm gonna type it in again. 4921. I forgot it. What is it? 492110. 492110. And then we're gonna hit search. Boom. And now we see all of the I just enter, but now we see all of the courier contracts, and it's one I've been looking at already. This one is in Georgia. Now, this one in Georgia, right here it is, you see it? Courier messenger service for Dublin, Georgia. So this is a sources salt notice. If you see right here where it says sources salt. So basically, they're just trying to figure out what's the best way of going about this contract. They're looking out for somebody who can actually do the contract. The deadline is January 24th, which is like 2 days from now. If you're looking at this video in the future, so I probably won't have time to get all this stuff in, but what I've looked at on here, once you click on it, it comes up here to this, and you can see the messenger Dublin, servicer, courier, messenger, Dublin, Georgia, which is about 2 hours from Atlanta. I've been through Dublin plenty of times. If you're in Georgia, you know about Lawrence County. You better slow your butt down going through Lawrence County. It will pull you over, get you a super speeder ticket. So, and then you go down to the description. You can read. This is a very detailed description. A lot of unneeded information, in my opinion, but they get down to the gist of it. Basically, what you're doing is going to Dublin every morning, maybe picking up some bags, getting the list of where all you need to go, what all you need to grab, and then you're going to come from Dublin and go to Albany, which takes about 2 hours. I've done that drive before, from Dublin to Albany, and then you're going to come back from Albany back to Dublin. And that's a daily route. And they're trying to figure out what's the best way, what's the cheapest route, what's the most efficient way of doing that. So they got the time frame where they need the samples picked up in between 12 and 3, and stuff needs to be back dropped off by 3 p.m. So they kind of go through all that in this email to tell you who you need to send it to by January 24th. You email it to this Joseph Locke guy. Statement of scope of work. And then I'm trying to get down, like I said, pickups need to be coordinated so that the courier is leaving Dublin no later than 12 noon and delivered to Albany by 3 p.m. and then back to the Albany clinic no later than 3 p.m. So it's not worded correctly, but I'm taking it that they need to leave Dublin, Albany, and back to Dublin by 3 p.m. every day. So you need to leave early in the morning. But that's still something I can do here from Atlanta. If the money is right, I'll make that round trip every day. I'll hire somebody to do that round trip. And then, but the other interesting thing I noticed on this contract, I want to bore you guys with the details, but they also said that they are not starting this contract until August. So the actual work, the actual driving, here it is right here. So the period of performance dates are provided below. based on the period August 31st, 2024 to September 2025. So it's a year-long contract with the option of a second year and the option of a third year and the option of a fourth year if they continue to award you each and every year, or is a 4-year contract. Oh, it's a firm fixed price based on a 4-year price. So you get this contract for 4 years, guys. You can have this locked in all the way to 2029, but they want a fixed price contract. Now that can be sketchy. So that things you got to factor in: increased fuelage, increased taxes, inflation. You got to make sure that 4 years from now you're still, being profitable with the margins that you're setting. So, this is something a little bit outside my scope, being a brand new courier in this space, a brand new government contractor, knowing, how to project pricing out 4 years, how to project, possible increase of gas pricing. But they give you a lot of detailed information in these description notes, guys. So go ahead and pay attention in that. But that's pretty much the gist of how you find these courier contracts on sam.gov. They got ones in Montana. They got medical courier contracts. Now, the dope thing about this as well is that you can be what is called a subcontractor or a middleman. So they got all these big courier contract companies. I provided you with endless resources of a whole bunch of courier contract companies here. I showed you how to find medical couriers in your state. Just go to Google, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, type in medical couriers, and we'll follow by your city. You'll see all the companies that will pull up. So what you'll do is contract with these more established companies who already have the drivers, who already have the cars, who already have the insurance. You contact them, say, hey, how much would you charge for me to go from from Dublin to Albany and back, which would be probably about 200-mile round trip every day. They'll give me a price, and then I go to the government and bid slightly higher in that and take the profit in between the middleman. You just have to make sure you do the invoicing, make sure everything is on the up and up with that company, make sure they're doing their due diligence and getting to the places on time, and then everybody will get paid. That's how you boss up, baby. All right. So I know you like that information. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You still here watching this video to the end, you definitely gained some value. I showed you guys how to find medical courier contracts. And before we go, let's go ahead and see what else we got out here. Now, of course, you're thinking like, well, how much are we getting paid for these contracts? Boss up. You are bidding, so you need to know how much you need to charge. If you want to make a certain amount, if you want to do 10% over the original contract. So if you contact somebody and they charge you $10,000, you want to make 10% more, you add another $1,000 on there. I personally would like to make at least 10,000 off these contracts, so I'll mark up my prices to make at least $10,000 off the contract. Even if I'm not doing any driving, I'm just being a subcontractor, a middleman, I still want to be profitable. But you can be outbid. Like I said, this is a bidding process, and the government is going to take the lowest bid possible. Now, sometimes the lowest bid might not get you one. What I've been reading and finding out that companies that, if your NAS code or if your company has legit experience in a certain field, you may win a contract over the others. The government, they go to people's websites, they search around, and they look at other things just more than price as well. But price is usually the guaranteed determining factor of who they choose, but not always. Not always. So you see Courier, you got Arizona, Virginia, Italy. Shipping specimens, Slough Falls, Idaho, Lab Courier. I mean, they got all kind of courier jobs. They got over 31 listed right now. I'm sure more to come by the time you get signed up and start looking around. Got multiple award schedule. What's this about? Opportunities, federal, courier delivery. They don't have a job description. Oh, interesting. Furniture system. So you might be just moving furniture. Not sure. Based on all options value, total contract value. Oh, we got a contract value. Hold on. Usually they don't show this, but today they are showing this is $100 million contract. Oh, this contract is already awarded. Okay, this was the last term. Okay, so Federal Express Corporation. What is FedEx? But this is the person who won the contract last time. It's Federal Express Corporation. They won $100 million contract. And so usually contracts are worth 4 years. So 2024 will be the 4 year that is up. So that's why they're coming up. And this one will be inactive 2020. So I gotta learn how to read this stuff. But $100 million, guys. You can be 100 millionaire in a courier space. It's possible. You see it right there live in flesh. Of course, now you're going to have to buy trucks and buy a lot of equipment. If that's $100 million contract, there's definitely some things you're going to have to buy some equipment. So you're definitely not going to take home $100 million, but you'll definitely be a lot wealthier than you are now. All right. So that is how you find courier contracts through the government. First, you find your NAS code. Go to NASC.com, NAICS. Link to these will be down in the description. And then sam.gov. If you're not registered already, go ahead and sign up. Watch my video, how to get signed up with sam.gov. Get your UEI number, your cage code, and then you come to these other websites and start bidding as well. There's some other ones. There's another website kind of like eBay for government contracting. I'm going to show you guys that one as well. I'm putting in a bid for a bunch of toiletries for an army base. $40,000 worth of toiletries and toilet paper and trash bags that I been researching and putting a bid on for that. So we're going to see if I win that contract. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm doing more than this courier work with this government contract, but that's my niche. That's my bread and butter. So that's what I'm going to go hard looking at. But any kind of contract, any kind of money coming in my way, I'm going for it, baby. So let's get it. Boss up, baby. Until next time, man, hit and like that, subscribe, the like button, notification bell, share this with all your friends and family. Hit me up on TikTok and Instagram if you got any questions or concerns about anything, courier space, government contracting, credit repair, credit building, business credit. You need to learn how to get a van in your business name. Book a consultation, creditk.com. All right, in a minute. Later. We gone.